and welcome back to PC Building Simulator. For the third video, we're going to continue where we left off. And we have 3 new computers to fix and upgrade. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. So we'll go ahead and start out with this one. This is the one that we had the email for last time that was bought from our company when it was under our Uncle Tim. And they forgot, well, more so he forgot to put the thermal paste under or between the CPU and the CPU cooler. So easy fix, and just like that, that's fixed. So we need to put it back together, and they want us to run the 3D Mark benchmark on it. So get it plugged up here. Power it on. We need to add the thumb drive here to get that started. Alright, so add program. We're going to 3D Mark Advanced Edition. Alright, we'll go ahead and restart the computer. While that's booting back up, we will boot our computer. Ours is much faster. Very good. Alright, let's run the benchmark. Ugh, yikes, I didn't even want to watch it. So that will continue to run in the background. I know when the game first came up, unless I pick the computer up. I was meaning to try to rotate it, but can't rotate it that way. Alright, so we get to plug all the cables back in and start it over again, but luckily it should be, the benchmark should already be installed. So alright, let's take a look at our email. So this is the one we're working on right now. Start the benchmark. Okay, back at it. So we need to be level 3 to get a secondary workbench. This is one of the times that would come in handy, because I could start the benchmark on this one and then pull one of these other computers onto this workbench and work on it while this computer attempts to run the benchmark. So we can look at our orders that we have coming up. So Jonathan Mercury, thinking he needs to upgrade his PC. Can you put 16 gigs of memory? Can it be done quickly? My PC lives on the floor, so I'm pretty sure it's full of dust. So we'll dust it out while we have it. Let's take a look at the PC parts. So he's got 8 gigs of Sheen Titan XL memory. So we can just order 1 more stick of that. Let's go ahead and open the shop, if we've got access to that right now. Yes, and we do. So $60. What was his budget? $250, huh? So he's gonna be pretty happy about that. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And then the next one, I know it's not a fun job, but can you clean my PC out, please? It's getting a bit hot. Could it be the dust? Yes. So can you do that before tomorrow? Those plastic black cables look really nice. It's not as quick as it used to be. So if we were a little bit further into the game, these are 2 like secondary, or they call them hidden objectives, I think. But since we're not there yet, they don't matter. But we will go ahead and swap all his power cables with the plastic black cables, and we will run the security scan, or the virus scan, on that as well, along with dusting. So alright, so got 2 more that'll be here tomorrow. Let's see if this is done. So benchmark is done, so we can power the computer off and put it back over here. Just pick that one up, and we will let the Dr. Waterman let him know that This computer's ready for pickup for free, so discard that. Alright, so which one did I pick up? Cool, the easier one. So we just need to install the new power supply, which is going to be easier to do from the back. I want to take off the top, or the power supply, what do they call that? Housing. So take all these screws off here. Alright, and we just unplug all the cables. Is that really all? Alright, so then we go to power supplies. We're going to sell the used one. I don't know how much benefit you get from using used components, but a lot of the people or orders in the later part of the game specifically ask for new ones. So, alright, so we need PC parts. PSU mount. Screw it back in now. All the screws. Okay, so that's back on. Let's cable it back up. Not the cables we're looking for. I know this is like a really jank way to do it, but it's what works for whatever reason. So now we're connecting the exterior cables. Let's power it up. Make sure it boots. We'll go ahead and install this back panel again. We will put in the thumb drive. Oh, they've already got 3D Mark on the computer, so didn't need to put the thumb drive there. So there we go. So that's running the benchmark now. So we need to go ahead and make this order. Alright. So the last one is going to be replacing the motherboard, and that's going to be the most strenuous task. So we'll just take a look at some of these posters while we wait. So got some esports teams here. I think this is the group of teams that are in the esports DLC that you can buy. The Modzu. I wonder if that's really a website. It'd be a good way to market if you just had literally a billboard inside of one of these games in like the main place that the players are. So some of these I don't think are real, but we need to change this. I don't like that name, but benchmark should be almost done. Level 5, we can change out the keyboard, mouse pad, this pair of headphones, and I think whenever we buy the other workbenches as well, we can swap out the peripherals at level 5. Alright, so benchmark's done. 3859. Alright. So we will power it down, pick it up, throw it all the way. Let's let the owner, Darman. Oh, that was loud. Alright, so $360 from that. Pretty good. Alright, so Bongle. This is what I was talking about for their review system. So right now we have 1 1/3 star out of 5. So we could do the hidden jobs or hidden objectives to try to adjust that ranking. So alright, I think this might be where they say that. Maybe not. Alright, so thanks, Uncle Tim. Back to my sangria. Alright, so level up, more components. So we unlock the Ryzen quad-core CPUs and a whole mess of other stuff. So let's move on. So we just did that one, so we can discard it. So now we're going to replace the motherboard. Alright. So this is going to be probably the longest repair that we've had so far, because you have to take everything off. Gotta unplug all the wires. No, don't want to do that down there. That. Take off the CPU, cooler. Well, I guess we didn't. Yeah, we do. Never mind. I got tripped up for a second. Alright, so take off the RAM. Alright, motherboard's coming out. So we've got 6 screws. And so we've got the standoffs as well. So this is something that I feel like should be a little adjusted. If we were replacing it with the exact same part, like in real life, we wouldn't have to take these off. But I guess the game just doesn't understand that, because we are literally putting the exact same thing on there. So we're going to sell the broken one. And now we've got to go back and put the standoffs back onto the case. So not the biggest deal, it just takes an extra 10 seconds. So put the screws back on. And then we will put in, let's start with the RAM. So memory. And so this one goes back into this case, this build, because, you know, it notates that we took it out without it needing to be upgraded, so makes it easier to keep track of, which is nice. So let's put our processor in there. Close that down. Thermal paste. Port in there. We don't want to be like our uncle there. Alright, put the fan in. Go ahead and attach that cable. Go ahead and attach, well, we'll put the graphics card in first, and then we'll attach all the cables, I guess. Alright, cable time. Alright, now for the exterior cables there. Just to make sure that it boots. Power. Booting up, put the side panel on. And so that one is done. I'm going to make sure that there weren't any prime or secondary hidden objectives. So that one was pretty straightforward. Doesn't say anything about being slow. So we will pack it up, throw it out in the hallway, and let the owner know that he can come get it. $400, not too shabby. So we did get a 5-star review there. So that did help our stars up here. So, all right. So we need to go and advance the day, power down the PC, and end day, and we will go back to work. So we've got our utility bill today. Let's see what it looks like. Power you on. And I'll pick this one up to clean. Go ahead and get this cleaned out while we wait for our computer to boot up. Alright, so it's dusted. So this one, I believe, did have some hidden objectives here. So they like the plastic cables, and we need to do a virus scan. So let's do the cables first. Remove cables, cables, cable. All the cables belong to me now. That should be all the cables there except that one. And that one. Okay. Is that all of them? Looks like it. Okay. So we need to install cables. Plastic plane, sleeved plastic. Did he specifically say just plastic cables? Well, it doesn't cost me anything to do the sleeved plastic, so that's what we're gonna do. Get all these connected back. Alright, all the internal ones are connected. Let's connect the external ones. Get it booted up, get a virus scan running, get that good Bongle review. Power it up. Let's install while we're here. We will put the side panel on. And look at the computer. We need a virus scan. Alright, so let's install that. Restart the computer. Okay, and then we will run the scan. Alright, not too bad. Lowest number that we've seen with a file or a virus scan so far, so not too bad. It's up and running. We need to put it in the delivery area now, so check it out here. And we will tell him to come get it. So we've got 5-star review on Bongle, and he said that my PC is so clean, and somehow they knew plastic black cables were my favorite and put some in it. So definitely told me in the email, but we're not mind readers here. All right, cool. Discard that one. So let's go to PC, pick it up, put it in here, what we have in the boxes. So the 8 gigs of RAM for this build. Okay. So we need to clean that one out. What else did this guy say? Alright, so we just need to clean out the dust, put the RAM in. Easy enough. So let's go ahead and spray it out. I don't know if moving around the more does more. The way that it removes the dust is weird sometimes, because I can be blowing there and then like the back of it gets cleared out like that. So alright, so we're missing dust somewhere. No, maybe not. That's not objective. That would be why we're not seeing that. Okay, so a few sprays just for good measure. Let's put this other stick of RAM in, so I'm going to seal that stick, because I'm not going to put used components into computers right now, at least. Power it up. Put the side panel back on. No. Powered it up without plugging in the cables, so probably not going to work very well. Alright. Alright, now we'll power it up. So we dusted it out. It is booting. So that was the only other objective, was just to dust it. Because it didn't necessarily say it down here discreetly, but basically asked for it right here. So also get your computer off the floor. Alright, so we will click that. RAM upgrade went well and it came back in record time. So another 5-star review. It moves us up to 2 1/10 star. So moving on up here. Alright, so discard that. 2 new graphics cards there for us. Alright, so here's where it explains the hidden objectives. So customer reviews are a fickle thing, and people are not always upfront about what they want. So we want to keep an eye on what customers say in their email, as they'll often mention hidden objectives that you can complete for extra rating stars. You can also see hidden objectives that you've completed, so make sure you do a good job and try to get them all. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so we've got, looks like 4, well, not 4 orders because this is just a reply. Let's look at our electric bill. So 48. So I played through a little bit before starting over, and I just left the computer run and the lights on all the time, and it was $90. So I don't know if it's just random or if that actually does play into that. So I guess, you know, I saved almost $42 roughly. No, it is $42. So if I remember, I'll turn the computer off and the power off. If not, whatever. But we'll go ahead and pay that. So we've got new computer parts, new Ryzen quad-core processor, and another graphics card there. Another graphics card, I believe that's a case, or it might be an air cooler, or CPU cooler, and the utility company there. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these, and then we will call it a day and work on them in the next video. So we need to upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM and have it completed in 2 days. So they're rocking 8 gigs of G.Skill Fortis. So let's go take a look at that. So at 2133 megahertz. So easy enough. Add to cart. I'll accept you. Alright, thanks for fixing my PC. So this is where our Uncle Tim did not add the thermal paste. I didn't realize the business is under new ownership. A good thing too, I think. I've been impressed with your timely fixing of the issue, and so happy to give you another chance. I shall recommend you to anyone that needs work doing. Okay, worked done, I guess. Alright, thanks, Dr. Waterman. Alright, so not going to read through all this. Just going to scroll down. That's way too much of an email. So he needs to upgrade to 1.5 terabytes of storage. So what does he have right now? So he's got 500 gigabytes. So we need to upgrade him and get him a terabyte of storage here. So we're going to go with the Barracuda. What's his budget? $100. No, easy. There you go. So he will have the Barracuda. We'll accept that. Alright, so I've been playing a great sailing simulator game, but one on my computer will just about run it. But if I turn up the graphics, the frame rate drops. I used a program called Will It Run to see if what I needed, and it seems that while my PC is okay for the minimum spec, the recommended spec needs a better GPU. Can you have a look, please? Alright, so we're going to need to buy some software for this. We're going to be buying Will It Run for $200. So add that to the cart. There's the auto connect tool that I was talking about. It's $1,000. I mean, we could get it right now if we wanted to. I think this part ranking is going to be more important, just as a reference. So I'm just going to add it to the cart. So we will go ahead and accept that. And I need to check out here so that I can get this Will It Run program. So we go into Will It Run. We install that here. Restart the computer. Wait for our computer to boot back up. Should be pretty quick. Alright, so open email back. So let's take a look here. So currently, Dank Joel, so Richard, has a DFL Radeon R9 280, and it's a 3 gig. So let's see what the sailing simulator needs. Sail away. For recommended specs, he is going to need 4 gigs of VRAM, and they suggest at least a 1050 Ti. So let's go back into the shop, into graphics card. We're going to sort by VRAM at 4 gigs. So these are the cards that we can get. I'm going to buy exactly what is recommended. What's his budget? $350. Does he need more RAM? So his processor should be good. Perfect. Okay. And so he's got 1 stick of 8 gig RAM. And that should be all that he needs. Let me verify his storage. 320. Should only need a graphics card, so let's see. We're gonna go with the EVGA for the win. Add to cart. Checking out next day. Boom. Alright, so that should be all we need for the 3 orders that we have in progress right now. So we'll take a look at those next time. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you fixing the computers in the next video. Thanks, and have a good one.